What's up everyone, this is Yasser Elite, and this time not Poggy dodged. Okay, I made a video about the top teams in the Open Ultra League, and I'm not gonna avoid making one because last time I didn't make it, I got roasted in the comments. Yasser, what is the top teams for the Open Ultra League? Okay, so the problem with it is that Ultra League is just kind of very restricted. It's not very restricted, it's like the same stuff again and again. But when I check the top teams on Go Battle Log, make sure to check their video. I will be leaving it in the description. Make sure to check their website. They have an amazing tools that would help you to find out like the most used Pokemons, the most codes. But I believe like you have to pay like some $5 a month. But if you use my link, I think you can pay like only $4. So yeah, in this video, I'll be talking about all the XLs, non-XLs, budget teams, non-budget teams, and what's meta and what's non-meta, and what was the most common teams last Ultra League rotation, which I believe 2 weeks ago. The main Pokemon, okay. Yeah, it's Ultra League, so 2500 CP, legendaries and XLs are allowed. The main Pokemon in this cup are basically the XLs and the most bulky Pokemon. So the XL, the more XL, the better. Okay, so the good leads, probably these are like the most dominant leads. Scrafty and Obstagoon, Talonflame, like Nidoqueen, A9. Like A9 beats Goon. Goon can beat Nido. Goon can beat Cress. Goon can beat Tina. Can beat Registeel in the 2 if you have Cross Chop. And then Scrafty beats Goon, lose to Talonflame, can beat a Trevenant, lose to A9. Then A9 lose to Talonflame, can beat Dark, neutral versus Trev, lose to Nido. It's kind of an RPS rotation, but the good thing about this cup, since Pokemons are very bulky, you can just install this swap. Sometimes you can flip swap, sometimes you don't need to flip swap, sometimes you intentionally do the swap to farm down. And most of these Pokemons here can flip any RPS matchup with energy lead. As an example, like if Trevenant have 3/4 Shadow Claws, you can beat Talonflame in the 1. Because I believe in the 1 Talonflame lives with 1 HP, but if you have some energy lead, you can get to 3 moves before they get to 2. Safe swaps. Pidgeot was one of the most dominant safe swap until Registeel came in and destroyed that Pokemon. Walrein, by far the best safe swap in this league. This Pokemon is just a hell of a monster. Doesn't get walled, doesn't lose to anything. Always have a play that says everything. With energy lead, you can beat your own counters. As an example, with energy lead, you can beat Registeel as long as Registeel is not very XL level 51. You can beat Coffin, you destroy Giratina, you can beat Cress if they don't have Grass Knot, you destroy Swampert, G-Fisk matchup isn't that bad, you destroy Drapion, Snorlax, you can beat Jellicent with energy lead. And Regirock, which is kind of the budget Registeel because you don't have to XL it, like you can just go with a Raid IV1. Umbreon, I'm not going to talk about it because I believe everyone knows what Umbreon is capable of. Drapion, one of the best XLs in this league. I believe it's the most underrated Pokemon, and it's very decent. Generalist, which are good everywhere. Giratina, because you can just change the fast move of Giratina, and you can beat the stuff that usually don't beat. As an example, Giratina was bad like the last 2 seasons because everything was Dark and Ghost, but now Giratina is very dominant because it can beat a Swampert, it can beat Registeel now, which is the huge one, and since you're in Shadow Claw now because of the current meta, you beat Cress. Okay, you beat a Trevenant in the 2, you destroy Nidoqueen, you're not that bad versus Charmers, you destroy Talonflame. So Giratina is a very dominant Pokemon now, the fat one, the one with legs. Same for Mandibuzz, as long as you don't see Steel or Ice, you just beat everything. Swampert is just a Swampert, can do Swampert things by just nuking everything with okay, I'm not gonna talk about Swampert, you guys know what's Swampert capable of. Same for G-Fisk. Now moving into the main, those were the main, those are the anti-meta. Anti-meta Pokemons are like Pokemons that good situationally. Does that mean, as an example, like Meganium, destroy everything that doesn't fly, but just lose to every flyer. So it's good versus non-flyers. Greedent is very decent versus almost everything, but doesn't hard beat anything. It's either soft lose or soft win, but struggle versus flyers. Drifblim situationally OP, situationally bad. Empoleon, dude, I have this thing, but just because Bloody Banana is my friend. Other than that, I would just delete this Pokemon from the game. It's so bad. It's attack weighted, but doesn't do enough damage from the fast move. So, okay, let's move on. Blastoise is probably my favorite in this list. Blastoise is my favorite water type and my favorite anti-meta. People might say that it's already meta. Yeah, you can say that. I mean, to be honest, Blastoise doesn't, you can just change the charge move. But I have it as an anti-meta because it doesn't reliably beat Walrein, because you get outpaced, they get to the EQ before you get the Skull Bash, and if you don't Skull Bash, you get destroyed by Giratina. So that's why I have it here. Kommo-o was too decent until people started using Walrein again, and then like this thing became like kind of tough to use. Giratina Origin is good to nuke stuff, but now it just got outclassed by Trevenant. Politoed got destroyed by the nerf, and it's kind of bad now. It used to be one of the best Pokemons, like top 3 easy. Now it's like anti-meta because Wither Ball doesn't do enough damage to KO, so you kind of need to use the Shadow, and if you use the Shadow, you get destroyed by Registeel. Alolan Muk is just a budget poison jab user, and it's a good Pokemon, not gonna lie. Moving into the top teams in the Open Ultra League. Okay, let's talk some good stuff here. The most BBML team in this cup is Walrein, Swampert, Giratina. Where is Registeel? Well, not everyone has Registeel, so that's why it's not the most common team. So the most common team was Walrein, Swampert, Giratina. You can use the version you want on Walrein. You can use the Shadow, you can use the non-Shadow. If I have to choose, I would run the Shadow 24/7 because it just like does much more damage from the EQ and the neutral matchups. The BBML version of the budget team, it was the YTX, they call it the YTX team. It was popularized by YTX. He was playing Giratina, Empoleon, Amok. And now Walrein is just a straight upgrade to Empoleon, because you beat the stuff that Empoleon beat and more. As an example, you beat everything Empoleon beat, plus you can beat Swampert, which is not a decent matchup for Empoleon. You can beat Flyers reliably. You can beat Cress. Cress matchup is different because it depends on the Grass Knot. You can what else? Yeah, it's just a bulkier Pokemon and better version of Empoleon. You can use XL Skunk as a hard-hitting Pokemon because those two are kind of above average bulk, and this Pokemon hits harder than Amok. But if you're someone who just like the bulk overall, go with the Amok. The second most used team in the last Ultra League rotation was kind of the team I called budget friendly because it's non-legendary. And again, if you are using Trevenant in the Open Ultra League, you need the XL1. Why? Because you can live a Wither Ball and you can shield one and you live the Powder Snow in between, where the other one, if you don't shield the first Wither Ball from Walrein, you die before they get to the second Wither Ball. By Wither Ball, I mean the Icicle Spear. So yeah, you need the XL. If you get the XL1, you can live the Powder Snow plus one Icicle Spear. Swampert Walrein is just the most dominant pick because they just perform very well, and there is not that many Pokemons that can beat both. The only thing I can think of, maybe a Scrafty can beat both, but Scrafty Swampert is bait dependent. If Swampert land the EQ, Swampert can win. Other than that, Scrafty wins, and Scrafty is a huge Pokemon in this league. A team that was very popular was like Trevenant Double Steel, but that team was struggling versus Talonflame. And then we get a new Pokemon that has the water typing and can fix that problem, since G-Fisk started falling off in the meta because Registeel does everything almost better and much bulkier and can tank moves and can debuff the opponent. So you just better overall. The longer the fight, the better Registeel gets, because the more you zap, the less damage they do. And here is a quick tip: if you're using Swampert, try to use the Shadow one. Why? Because double debuffed EQ is still does lots of damage. So Tapu Fini with two stuff in the back that lose the Talonflame, so you kinda use one of them as to bait out the Talonflame, then the other one sweeps the back line. This was a good team. I think Smash King was playing it, but he didn't have Reggie, so he was playing sometimes Walrein, sometimes Blastoise, I believe, but overall it's a decent team. Another team that was very dominant and very popular last Ultra League rotation: Talonflame, Walrein, and the Trevenant. This is some NCK friendly team without Obstagoon. So if you hate Obstagoon but you love NCK, you can run this team. And yeah, Talonflame is just too good. Walrein too good. In the Ultra League meta, there is technically no most dominant team. It's just like there is 5-6 dominant Pokemons, and you just choose the 3 of them and then you call it a team. Like as an example, this team, this is same as this, but with Machamp instead of Talonflame, because Talonflame is not a reliable Registeel counter, because if Registeel have energy lead, Registeel can beat Talonflame now. I miss the old days when whenever you swap Talonflame into Regi, they just top left. A team that was also very popular, Giratina, Scrafty, A9. I don't know who popularized this team, but it was one of the most annoying ones, because Giratina technically is the only one of a very few Pokemons that can beat Registeel reliably if they don't have Flash, and Talonflame. Swampert can do that, but Giratina is like much bulkier. With 2 stuff that beat Walrein in the back, Scrafty destroy Walrein, Charm A9 just beat Talonflame, Walrein, because you resist and you do neutral damage. Another team was also popular last Ultra League rotation: Tapu Fini, Talonflame, Registeel. Talonflame and Registeel both lose to Swampert, so you kind of use one of them to bait out the Swampert, and you can beat it. You can beat the Swampert with Tapu Fini later, because any water can beat Swampert if you have water, fast move, pressure, and you don't have steel subtyping like Empoleon. Yeah, Empoleon just bad. Another team that was popular: Giratina, Registeel, Clefable. Please have XL Clefable so we can call it very bulky team. Why XL Clefable? I believe XL Clefable can beat like stuff that non-XL doesn't do beat. Why not Sylveon? I have no idea. When I checked the top teams, this was one of the most popular ones. Now moving into the meme teams. By meme, I mean like teams that just good because they are XLs. Jellicent, Scrafty, G-Fisk. Just the 3 XLs in the same team. That's it. And Scrafty is very dominant. Those two are those two have decent typing, and they just straight out bulk most of this stuff. G-Fisk, Double Dark. Narquance was known for playing this team for quite a while. Now this team is not that popular because Walrein can beat is a struggle for this team. Registeel is also is an annoying Pokemon for those 2. Talonflame is also annoying for those 3. But this team was good. This team was being used, and you run Air Slash, Mandibuzz, because you have a better Talonflame matchup. And again, those teams were just like good because they are XLs. My favorite team to use from every Ultra League rotation so far was this: Kommo-o, Drapion, Registeel. Kommo-o is just a good, is a good lead as long as you can dodge the Charmers and Walrein. That's it. And then I use a Drapion to bait out the Swampert, and then Registeel should sweep. Trevenant is tough, but people don't use Trevenant that much. I do believe that I have a video about this team somewhere in the channel. You can just check it. Kommo-o in the Ultra League, something like this. Another team I also play a lot. I made a video. The video name is Triple XL Open Ultra League Team Registeel, Drapion, Poliwrath. Why I was running Poliwrath? Because in some matchups, like people were running Walrein a lot, so I decided to play Poliwrath instead of Kommo-o, just for the Walrein matchup. So I'm not that weak to Walrein anymore. Registeel isn't weak to Walrein if you have a solid IB Registeel, because you can get 2 Zap Cannons and you can live easy 2 EQs, so they will be forced to shield while you don't get the shield. The team lacks the fast move pressure, and it's kinda a struggle. So if you think that fast move pressure is kinda bad, you can run Shadow Poliwrath if you have an XL one, and I think you need the XL Shadow Poliwrath for the extra bulk. Another team I played, and I'm sure there is a video in the channel, Kommo-o with Blastoise and Registeel. This is by far my favorite because Blastoise, I love this Pokemon. I love Kommo-o. Registeel is the strongest Pokemon in the Ultra League. So 2 stuff that beat Talonflame and Swampert, and then Registeel in the back. This is an ABC team. There is no ABB here. and I don't like playing ABB stuff. And Adequance was playing a team couple seasons ago, and I want to mention it again because there was lots of people who were talking about Armor the Mewtwo being a good Pokemon. I think Wholesome popularized Armor the Mewtwo in his Twitch chat, and it became a meme again. But yeah, if you're looking for a good Armor the Mewtwo team, you can run Poliwrath, Shadow Drapion, Armor the Mewtwo, and I think Inadequance made a video about this team in his YouTube channel. Check his live stream, ask him to play it. He has the 3 stuff and he can do it. A triple XL team, it's just Jellicent, Nido, Scrafty, 3 XLs. Nido can be non-XL, but if you have non-XL Nido, don't use it. Use the XL one. The XL one is much better. And the concept behind it is just 3 XLs. Jelly, Scrafty are kinda good core, but the problem with Jellicent that doesn't have fast move pressure. Even if you run Bubble, it still lacks the pressure. And most of the damage comes from the charge moves, and you easy get walled by Obstagoon sometimes. Another BBML team. I think I talked about this team already. Yeah. Easy out bulk. If you hate your opponents, if you hate this game, just play those 3. They are the most annoying 3 Pokemons in the cup. And you need a Grass Knot on Cress. Why? Just to be more annoying, you know? This team is very annoying and very toxic. I hate it. I don't like to play it. But it's a team that exists out there and I have to talk about it. Another Cresselia team, Swampert, Cress, Reggie. This was one of the most dominant teams back in Season 3, and it's still one of the best teams. Because Reggie is still too strong, Cress too thick, Swampert very, very decent when it comes to pressuring charge moves and having Hydro Cannon, which is one of the best charge moves in the entire game. Another team that also was popular, in NCK's chat. Okay, this team is not popular, but people who watch NCK might know this team. I call it zero decision making team because you don't have to make any decision. You have Obstagoon, you just throw Night Slash or Cross Chop, both are 35 energy move. Same for Talonflame. You either throw a super effective move like, or a nuke move like a Brave Bird, and then you swap if you can swap, or if you can't swap, you just throw Flame Charge. That's it. Need a Double Dark. Do I need to talk about it? No, I will pass. But in this team, I think you run it this way because you want to avoid the Walrein as much as you can. But you can do it this way and use Obstagoon as a safe swap to beat out whatever beats it, like A9, some stuff, some Charmers, since Obstagoon can handle Charmers better than Scrafty. The Wholesome team. The Wholesome team. He changed Amok to G-Fisk because he felt that it's better, you don't need to feel that better. It's just a straight better. You can use, if you're not Wholesome and you don't know how to use the Wholesome team, you can use the Walrein instead of the Snorlax. Both kind of do the same thing. Both are good at baiting counter users, but and stuff that beats G-Fisk. Maybe this thing is not as good as baiting Swampert, but you have 2 answers to Swampert. Shadow Machamp does fine versus Swampert, Walrein destroys Swampert. Another team, I call it Fast Move Pressure by Aragon's my thing, and he's playing the same team since like 2 to 3 seasons ago, and his team is very solid just because I built it for him, so I have technically his team, which the one I built is too solid. Trevenant, Shadow Blastoise, Shadow Skunk. I would love to run Shadow Blastoise, but I don't have a good one. He has a rank 2 Shadow Blastoise. If you get something like this, it's kinda a must to use. Skunk is just a freaking beast when it comes to neutral matchups. Yes, it struggles versus Reggie, but Trevenant beats Reggie. Blastoise is good at baiting out the Reggie Steel. You have 2 stuff that beats a Swampert, so technically you should be able to get away from Swampert face. What about the Walrein matchup? Again, if you have XL Trevenant, you can live enough versus the Walrein, the 1 shield. Frosty. Frosty is only capable of playing 1 team in every league. He's like, the dollar store version of Wholesome, because Wholesome plays 1 team, but he wins and he always climbs. Frosty does the opposite, play 1 team and he doesn't even win. He plays Scrafty, Lickitung, and Nidoqueen. So in this cup, he can't use Lickitung, so he's stuck with Licky. Moving into the last team, which I call it the worst team. the worst team in the Ultra League by Crimson 19. This team is just too bad. Don't use it. I believe that he asked Wholesome about a team, and Wholesome suggested this team to him, and he was kind of stuck with this team because he believes in Wholesome a lot, and he thinks that whatever Wholesome is saying is, you know, is business. So he just, like, Wholesome gave him his team. Wholesome was trying to build a team for Alolan Sand Slash, which was the community day Pokemon like 2 community days before. And it makes sense that you have this thing, which is good versus Talonflame, slightly loose, but on paper it should be good. But Heracross doesn't live anything. It's so frail. Like, if I have to choose something to replace in this team, I would replace this with Walrein, because it does everything much better. And I would replace this with Scrafty or Registeel, and I would replace this with a Swampert, because we have something better of everything. You know, like Registeel is a better fighter because it's a fighter since it has Focus Blast, right? And that's the end of the video. That's the end of the teams. Make sure to avoid these stuff, heavy damage teams, Shadow Dragonite, Charizard, Milotic, Durant is so bad. I tried it last time and it didn't beat shit. I will be making a video, so you guys believe me, that doesn't beat anything. These Pokemons are too bad. Try avoiding them. And again, thank you so much. Special thank to Go Battle Log for giving me access to their data. You can check them out. I'll be leaving their website in the description. PvPoke for their amazing tools. YTX Pikachu for helping me getting more access to the data on Go Battle Log. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time. Weekends 2 p.m. Central Time on twitch.tv/YasserElite. Make sure to check my live stream if you have any question and you would like to get, you know, a live answer instead of just leaving it in the comment section below, which I will be also answering if you have any question. This is the end of the video. See you in the next one.